everyone. Look who we're going to work on. We're going to work on Adelaide today. How are we doing this evening? All right, we're going to put you to the side here. And we're going to work on some babies. I ordered me another one of those overhead tripods. Let's hope this one works. But for now, you'll have to hang out with me on the side here on the table. Welcome, welcome, the gamer. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Good to see you, good to see you. All right, we're going to get our paints ready first. We are still doing blue undertones and veining on all the reborn babies for the Kansas Doll Show. Let's turn this down a little bit. How are we all doing tonight? I'm doing good. Hey, Jess, how are you doing? Doing good. Just got back from dinner, so I'm like really full. We had a good dinner. Good to see everyone. You too? Yeah, we went out to dinner tonight and whew, it was a good dinner. I had pot roast and mashed potatoes and carrots. It was good. Originally, we were going to go out to IHOP because everybody wanted pancakes, but they were like way too busy. Or they didn't have enough people. That's sad. Let's see. Hello, Maria. How are you? Hello. Hello. Long time no speak. So yeah, my son still isn't feeling too good, so keep him in your prayers. I've seen him tonight. He's still not feeling too good. I'm glad you're doing good. You got the same thing? Oh, did you really? Did you go to Cracker Barrel? That's where we went. We wanted to go to IHOP, but they were saying it was like a 45-minute wait and they didn't have enough people, and I felt bad and I was like, I'll tell you what, we'll just go home. And they were like, thank you. How many people in a restaurant do you know that thank you for not eating there? That's how understaffed they were. I don't know how some places stay open when they're so understaffed. Yeah, please pray for him. He's still running a fever. He's still not feeling well. So probably be taking him in to see a doctor if he's not feeling any better in a couple of days. Yeah, he's still not feeling too good, but he went out with us, so he wanted pancakes, and Mark wanted pancakes, and so we were basically in the mood for breakfast food, and we were going to go to IHOP, but they were so understaffed. I felt bad for the lady, and she thanked us for leaving. How many establishments do that? So we got to Cracker Barrel just in time before they, an hour before they closed, which is the best time to go because you get real good service then. It's not crowded. So. How am I doing? I'm just so tired. I'm okay, but I'm tired. I'm just real tired. I really need to get back onto first shift. Um, it's going to be a love-hate thing. Like, I love the people and I'm attached to everybody on third shift. I love the quietness of third shift. It's just that I don't like sleeping during the day. I don't like it. I don't like missing my family. So my family's more important. So I'm just gonna wait for things to happen, and then I'll see about getting on to first shift because I don't like feeling the way I feel on weekends. I mean, during the week, it's during the week, but I don't get much done. I think it's starting to affect me as far as being tired all the time. So I'm even drinking coffee and I'm still tired. I got my coffee. Thank you, the gamer. Hello, hello. Yeah, he should get better, so we'll give him a couple more days and see how he does. So, I keep a close eye on him. I have no idea why this quits. Why does my music quit? I mean, don't quit. I think we're on this song. Okay. I have no idea why that tablet quits on me. How are we all doing tonight? Alrighty, we're going to start on Adelaide. That's where we left off. This little one here. Adelaide by Samantha Gregory. Isn't she cute? It's going to be a boy. We're going to attempt red hair for this little one. So I've got lots of extra vinyl to see what the colors I play around with, what comes of it. Excuse me. You aren't the only one. LOL. I feel tired also. Worked 7 to 4:30. Wow. Yeah, I'm just getting older. Getting older is no fun. That baby is cooked? Nah, he's not cooked yet. He hasn't been cooked yet. Hey, Grandma Paula. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good evening, everybody. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Got to get through the rest of these babies and possibly start blushing / priming, blushing, the primer blushing. Hello, hello. So let's get started. Samantha L. Gregory. Exhausted. I was in meetings all day today. Wow, I believe it. I believe it. Exhausting. Okay, what brush was I doing? So doing this one. I'll do this one. Yeah, I so believe it. It's just been a busy day. Getting older is no fun. Yeah, I've been having, hey Emma, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. The blue stuff is blue painting for blue undertones and veining. Yeah, I've been having the hot flashes all day. They're getting pretty bad. So that is no fun. No fun there. So I'm almost to the point of seeing somebody about it, but I don't want to get recommended any medications. You're cool. Let's see. You're still a kid. Me too. I'm 14. I wish I was 14 again. Lucky. What it's like to be 14. I remember very well when I was 14. Those were the fun years. Enjoy them. Enjoy those years because you get older and before you know it. It's like, oh my gosh, where did all that time go? You're in elementary school? Oh my goodness. I take a rechargeable fan with me. You know what? Thank you for reminding me. I got my fan with me. I forgot all about it. I forgot about my fan. Which one is which? Oh, I left that other one downstairs, didn't I? I got a rechargeable fan right here. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, thank you. Thank you. And this one's garbage because it doesn't hold a charge. So I'll have to keep it on low. What was dinner? I had pot roast with mashed potatoes, carrots, and celery. We had We went to Cracker Barrel. We originally went to IHOP, and they were so understaffed that they literally were like, it'll be like a 45-minute wait just to be seated, and there's nobody in there. So basically, we said we'll just leave. And I've never seen people so happy to that customers were leaving. They were grateful. I'm like, okay, no problem, we'll leave. Yeah, they just didn't. They're just way understaffed. Yeah, tacos, that's awesome. He's still not feeling good. He's not feeling. He went out to eat tonight with us. Told him he didn't have to if he didn't feel good. But he wanted to get out of the house, and so he had pancakes. So they at least they had pancakes there. So that was good. Mark might join us in a little bit if he's not too tired. So he ate some, which is good, and just it breaks my heart to see him not feeling well. It totally does. It just hurts my heart. What am I doing? I'm painting realistic, hyper realistic vinyl art dolls, also known as Reborns. Let me introduce myself. I keep forgetting to do that. I am Jen Lynn of Creative Newborns. Welcome, welcome to my channel. I am painting a hyper realistic vinyl art doll. They are also known as Reborns. These are the Kansas Doll Show babies. So by the time I am done painting these guys, they should be ready. The weather should be ready for the baking process. That's what I'm waiting for. So I do apologize for the delays once again to my custom customer. I have to wait till the weather breaks. So like it's warmer so I can put the oven outside. So it's better for my health. And then we'll be baking babies like crazy. Thank you, pretty things. Thank you. Yes. It's just hurting my heart really bad right now. You have tornadoes in Oklahoma. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's tornado season. I had been here, so I kind of remember, but what's the blue thingy? The blue thingy, this is acrylic air dry paints, professional grade, and we're painting veining and blue undertones is what I'm doing. See the veining? And then we're just taking our makeup applicator and we're just kind of smoothing it into the vinyl, just like that. I don't know if you can see it. Oklahoma sucks, in my opinion. So happy family moved away. Yeah, I don't ever plan to move there. I don't ever plan to move out of Ohio. Ohio is where I was born and raised, and I plan to stay here. Plus, it's cheaper to live here than anywhere else. Try living in New York or anywhere else, it's very expensive. Very, very expensive. So where's everybody watching from? What time is it where you're at? We are in Cleveland, Ohio. It is currently like what, after 10 o'clock? It is currently, what does our Swatch watch say? Oops. Yeah, it's quarter to 11. Oh my goodness, quarter to 11 already. Oof. Yeah, I'll be up all night. So we'll be here a while. We're going to try to get through the babies. You have a silicone baby. That's awesome. Yeah. If you have reborn babies, let me know. How many do you have? How many silicones? How many vinyls? Boys, girls? I love to know what babies you have. I used to do this, but for people. You did it for film, really? Gotcha. Yeah, there are artists who make like horror film dolls for horror movies and things like that. So yeah, they do make them for film. As far as I know, none of my babies, except for baby Jesus that I know of, has ever been used in any kind of filmmaking. Let's see, Canada, all the way from Canada. Welcome, welcome. It's 9:46 for you, for Paula. Texas, it's 9:46 in Texas. One silicone baby. Awesome. I bet you it's adorable. Is it a boy or girl? It is 9:17 a.m. where you are from. You lost count. I know. Leave it to Maria. She lost count. I bet you did. I have boys and girls. Just put it that way, Maria. I just have boys and girls. Me too. I lost count too. I have boys and girls. You're too silly. Oh, thank you for the pink poo emoji. How cute is that? I have one silicone and five reborns. That's awesome. You have a girl. Awesome. Adorable. Hello to yourself. Let's see. I got to go to bed. I'll watch the rest later. Have a good night. Have a good night, Jess. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching on replay. Um, your country, Canada, time is 10:48, all the way from Canada. It's 3:48 a.m. in the UK. Welcome, welcome. You have five of mine. Oh my gosh, that's right. You have five of my reborns. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the heart emojis there. They're very adorable. Super adorable. That's amazing, Maria. Already five of mine. Look at those cute little veins. So that's what we're doing right now, veining and blue undertoning and shading in the nose, meaning we're just putting in the blue undertones in the nose and the ears so that when we put the creasing color in, it'll blend in well with that. Sometimes it's hard to explain, the colors and what I'm doing and stuff. Thank you. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you for watching on replay later. Have a good night. So I think soon I will, well, not soon, but hopefully um, I'll be able to go to first shift. I really don't want to. That's something like I have to do, but don't want to. Because I feel like I'm going to regret it. How much do you make a day? I wish I made one reborn a day. That would be nice. That would be cool. I'm not ignoring any comments. I'm looking down at what I'm painting. Just keep on. If your comment does not get answered, just keep typing it in. Trust me, I comment in a lot of live streams. I watch a lot of live streams myself, and a lot of times my comments don't get seen. But a lot of the times, my questions get answered by another watcher. So I don't, I know how that is. There's this lady that I just subscribed to. She's on TikTok and she takes care of squirrels, baby squirrels. So I had a lot of questions, but a lot of other people was asking questions as well. So my questions got answered through another person. But this lady, she is my hero. She takes care of abandoned squirrels, orphaned squirrels, and she does it out of her own home. And so definitely, I'm not hooked up financially to TikTok. So if she's on YouTube, which I hope she does go on YouTube, I would definitely send her donations to help with the cost of, with the cost of raising up the squirrels so that she can release them. She has them, I forgot how many weeks she keeps them for, and then they release them back in the wild again. Grandma Paula, thank you. Member for 7 months. Thank you for me being a member. We love you, Paula. Thank you for being a member for 7 months. Hearts to you. Thank you for subscribing. I was making a couple of baby dolls before this. How awesome. Yeah, I wish I could make one per day. That would be cool. It's very relaxing watching you paint and listening to soft background music. Thank you. Yes. I love my soft. I have a billion songs about the Kansas Doll Show right now going on. Um, I am not a music writer, so I do use the AI to write the lyrics for me, and then I pick out what type of music I want for the lyrics. So I wrote one for the Kansas Doll Show because I know I'll be making videos about the Kansas Doll Show. And he keeps putting country music to it. So I was like, I don't want country music to this. So that's why you probably hear a lot of different songs, and they're all the same thing about Kansas. So it's going to be a busy, busy, busy weekend. Lots to do. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. I'm listening while rooting. Is it Ducklin? Ducklin? That's fun. Thank you for listening in. I love listening. There is another Reborn artist. She goes on every day. I love her for it. She paints with both Genesis heat set and acrylic air dry paints, and I love learning both, even though I don't think I'll ever paint with. I do have Genesis paint still, but I don't think I'll ever paint with them. But it's good to know. I just love learning things, even though it's something I'm never going to do. But you can get knowledge from things that are for something else, just like painting other artists that paint on canvas or they paint on figurines, like different types of artistry. I've actually learned a lot from other artists, believe it or not, and apply that kind of like knowledge to vinyl. I am painting hyper realistic vinyl art dolls. They're also known as Reborn dolls. I am Jen Len. I've been an artist, Reborn artist, for 21 years. I've basically been an artist my entire life. Painting, or not painting, but drawing, sketching. That's what I used to do before painting Reborn dolls. So yeah, been an artist my whole life, but reborning I've been doing for 21 years now, and I absolutely am in love with it, as I was in love with it the first time I discovered it back in 2003. It's funny to think back then I only had 2 kids back then. Now I have 5, and they're all grown now, having their own kids. I never dreamt that I would have a long career in doing this. I just knew when I discovered it, I was like, that's it. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Ah, thank you. I'm painting Adelaide by Samantha Gregory. So this is going to be a boy for the Kansas Doll Show, and he's going to have red hair. He's the one that's going to have the red hair. So thank goodness I've got a lot of practice vinyl parts that I can practice the color on. So I want him to be the one to have the red hair. The back of the ears. Yeah, I'm about to shade that in just a moment. Um, why is the paint blue but it's clear? Not sure what you mean. Why is it going on translucent? It's translucent. So it's going on like this. And then I'm taking my cosmetic, and then you probably don't see it on camera, but you definitely see it in person. It's light veining. It's translucent. I don't know if you can see that. Where I want it to show up more is where I painted a little bit darker, like on the forehead, where your forehead tends to have more veins and blood vessels and stuff like that. That's why when you get a cut or hit your head and get a cut, it looks so dramatic because you bleed a lot out your forehead because of all the veining. I know this because my son, the very one that doesn't feel good, is him and his bigger brother at the time when they were what, 5 and 4? I think he was 4 years old at the time. No, he wasn't. No, he was 2. Well, anyways, they're playing around. He fell backward into the stereo cabinet and he split his head open by his eye, and it literally looked like he got shot or something. It looked so bad. I literally panicked. I rushed him to the hospital, and they're like, "Yep, he needs stitches." And they're like, he's okay. They tend to bleed a lot in the forehead because of all the veins and blood vessels in the forehead. But I'll never forget that they stitched him up, and he was about 2.5 years old at the time. Um, so they were stitching him up, I remember, and he fell asleep on the table as they were stitching him up. I'm like, well, that must be relaxing there. But he still got the scar by his eye to this day. You have a baby like that? You have an Adelaide too? That's awesome. You too? Love painting? Awesome. Nice. Hey, girly. Hello, hello. Is it Nadia? Let's see. Yep, Adelaide. Isn't she cute? She's adorable. But it's going to be a boy. This one is going to be a boy for the Kansas Doll Show because we're trying to make it even boys and even girls. So if hopefully if I get them all done, I should have 3 boys and 4 girls. So if all works out well, we should have more babies. If not, um, we're just gonna try to get as many babies done before the Kansas Doll Show. So hopefully, yeah. So I'll be working a lot off camera too, of course. But while I'm sitting here, I love hanging out with you guys and chatting and getting these babies painted. LOL, my youngest son hit the back of his head, LOL, and got staples. Oh my goodness, he got staples. Maria, I can't wait to meet your mother and your daughter. I'm so excited about that. I get to meet some of your family. We should do a fun night of whoever wants to watch hair painting. I could do a hair painting demo. I did bring it to Jenny's attention, but she didn't seem to answer me on that. So I might do it in our hotel room or your hotel room or something if you want. And whoever else would like to hang out and watch, that would be kind of fun. He is the most wild one of the four kids. Make that baby. Can you do a Q&A? Sure. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer. Let's see if you can handle the three of us. LOL. Uh-oh. You guys are wild partiers. Bubby's in the house. Bubba's here. That means he wants attention. He wants the attention on him. So I feel bad about leaving him. We're going to be gone for literally 6 nights, like a whole week in Kansas. And Bubby is, that's the only thing about it. Is Bubby is going to be feeling pretty lonely. But I mean, we got people coming to watch him and stuff, but it's not the same. So I told my daughters, I'll pay you. Who else, like, do you know, actually pays you to stay at their house, right? So I need to pay somebody to stay at our house to keep Bubby company. And I don't want to put him in the kennels for like a week and have him like in a cage. I don't want to do that. Yes, we are. Yes, I want to learn how to paint hair. Yeah, I might bring a doll head and see. We'll see. If I got something painted up for the hair painting, I might do that. Don't bring her around your family in a hotel room. She's going to steal your husband. I heard she hypnotized them, those baby dolls. Okay. You're new. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jen Lynn. I've been an artist for 21 years. Welcome to my channel. Hello from Florida. Welcome all the way from Florida. All the way, I say all the way from Florida. It's not that far though. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. So did anybody have fun plans for the weekend? So I think pretty much my weekends are this, working on babies. Because it takes me a while to paint babies, so that's why, I'm going to be painting whenever I can. It's the part that when you get to the detailing, that's what takes me the longest because I'm that type of person that has OCD with it, like painting in all the details. Like, did I get enough details in? How many babies do you make in a year? Not many. I wish I made a lot. Technically, probably only 7 babies, if that, maybe 5. I don't make much because I work a full-time job and I'm on third shift. And um, you just joined. Welcome, welcome, Stranger Things. Welcome. I wish I made more than that. I would make a heck of a lot more dolls if I was doing this full time, which I really wanted to. So that's why going back to first shift might help me feel more energized. It's just I don't have energy anymore. But I'm pushing my way through it. Thank you. Can you have a shout out? Hello, Cece's channel. Thank you very much. If someone's husband can be stolen, the problem isn't the woman walking in the room. Yeah. Hello, hello. I'm sorry. Hope you feel better. Thank you. I need more energy. That's what I need. Yeah, I'm hoping I feel better. I have dry eyes too. I have to get looked at. I've got severe dry eye. Or I got something wrong with my eyes. And doctors are not my favorite place to go. I'm afraid of going on a billion medications and all that because I'm at that age and I don't want to be like on all these medicines. I like how I like how his mouth is slightly open like that. So I think next after this will be creasing. Yeah, I think creasing will be next. Oh, that's so time consuming. How long does it usually take for how long does it usually work for your job? My regular job, it's the regular 8 hours. Um, it takes me a long time to make on reborns. I've been losing energy and I don't know why. Yeah, me too. What's up with everybody losing their energy? Thank you. I do too. Yeah. I wake up every day now. Hey, Tiffany. I wake up every day now with headaches because of my dry eyes and my eyes are stuck shut, and it takes about 20 minutes for me to be able to even open them. So I looked up what it could be, and it's pretty frightening. It's called eroded corneas, something, and then what they do for it is they sand your eyeball. It's like scratches, and something women my age tend to get it for they don't know why menopausal women get it, but they sand down your eyeball. It's pretty much like having a scratch right on your eyes. A bunch of little scratches for whatever reason happens, and then they just, yeah, can you imagine that? Sitting there and getting your eyeball sanded. Oh, I may have to go in and get that done. Maybe it'll be so much pain. I know it's like reverse psychology. So much pain that I go in, and it won't be as painful for the procedure. You got too much energy? Paula, give me some of it. We all need some. Do you sell these? And if you do, how much are they? Yes, I do sell them. So this one will be $775 at the Kansas Doll Show. So they go from 425 for simple affordable reborns up to 1500, and that would be an expensive doll kit that is rooted, so those are like more expensive. And the average now, did you know the average prototype doll is now $3,000? Did you know that? It's gone up. Prices are going up. Vitamin D is important. Yes. That's why I think I just need to go back to first shift. I really don't want to. I love the people on third. I love the pay. The pay is good. The people are good. The quietness is good. Um, it's just the time of day. That's the only thing. You can change your life by changing your diet. I did at 83. I eat very few processed foods now and buy organic vegetables and fruits and avoid toxic synthetic sprays, grass-fed meats. Amen. Pasture eggs. Amen to that. I totally 1000% agree. And I went on the what diet was that? I went on the all meat diet, which is the carnivore diet or ketovore, where I was trying to cut out all carbs. I just never end up doing it. So I end up mainly on like the 80-20 diet, where it's like I eat 80% protein and the rest is everything else, because I was going nuts. And now, because you restrict yourself eating certain foods, I went haywire and binged on junk food. And where I work, our lunchroom has like these refrigerators that have like anything you want, like, and it's all processed foods. Like you can have like the pizza rolls, and I've been binging on the pizza rolls and binging on the frozen foods. And so yeah, so I don't know what to do about that. And when I restrict myself, I end up binging on garbage food. M&Ms is my thing that I binge on lately. So not good. Not good at all. So I'm struggling once again. And then if I feel like, and then for a while there, eating all meat made me feel full longer. And then for some reason it quit working. And then I would start getting headaches and everything until I ate some carbs, and then it went away. You're very talented. This is a remarkable art form. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hey, hey, hey. What are you doing? I am painting a realistic, hyper realistic vinyl art doll. Why are you sticking up the nose? Because I'm shading in the nose. I'm gonna be doing the ears next. We'll be sticking the Q-tip or whatever up the ears next. See, we're shading in the nose. I don't know if you can see that. And that's the nose being shaded in. You can see that. No, I do not paint silicone. Eating healthy means no binging in my experience. Wish I had started this 50 years ago. How are you feeling now? I can't see your name. I'm sorry. Is it Anita? How are you feeling now? How old are you? How young are you? Are you painting the head? Are you painting the head? Yes, I am. Yeah, I need to get back on it again. So I want to do the sardine diet. And if it tastes anything like tuna fish, I love tuna fish. I love tuna. So if sardines taste anything like that, I heard sardines are an ultra superfood with a lot of omega 3s and everything. I've done my research. Um, it's just the fact that, you know what, I gotta refresh my mix because it's not strong enough. It's not showing up enough in the ear. Hang on. Wait, let's see if we can get away with this. Need to add more paint to my mix. You just want a little more paint in there. But yeah, I researched it. I did do it for the ketovore or whatever for like a week. I did feel, And the reason I loved it at first is because at work, then I wasn't hungry. And it's nice to be able just to sit somewhere else other than eating in the lunchroom at 3 a.m. Because I love my mashed potatoes, and I was totally binging mashed potatoes. Let me refresh the paint. I need to add more paint to our mixture. "83 years young." Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm making a reborn baby, yes. Yep, it is about 11. It's quarter after 11 here. Let's see. Yeah, it's quarter after 11. Yep, 83. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, we're going to add more paint to our mixture. We need more pigment. Oh, gotta roll up my seat. Let's see. I feel great. 84 in a couple of months. Oh my God. Oh wow. It took a heart attack in 2023 to make changes to my ways. Don't recommend this. Oh, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of having heart problems. Oh my gosh. God bless you. Oh. Is the body made out of the same thing as the head? They typically, reborn dolls are on a cloth body. I'll show you. I have one right here. I have Miss, oh, what is her name? Junie's body right here. This is what the bodies look like that they go on. I only have Junie's name in here so I don't lose whose body this is. This is for Junie. So that's what they go on. And then you can have them weighted up with different materials. That's the fun part of reborning. You can put in silicone in the bodies to make them feel like silicone. You can put in plastic pellets. You can put in um, glass beads or any other material depending on how you want them weighted. That's the beauty, because everybody likes their dolls weighted differently. So you love my videos? Thank you. Yeah, so I definitely need to get on that diet again, and not, because I feel like I'm headed for a heart attack myself, because I feel it. I feel it in my chest. I am a little worried. Sometimes I get chest pains. I get worried. That's something I do worry about. Food is really bad. They say food is like as addictive as drugs are, like how addictive food is, especially the sweet foods, the carbs. Can I make you a boy reborn? Not taking customs. I was taking customs, but I changed my mind. Because I just don't know, you know, the future. With the way things are going with me right now, I don't know. I may take a break from the doll show next year. I do need to be medically evaluated. I may need things done. So, So Lord willing, we'll make it to the Kansas Doll Show without any problems. So hopefully we'll make it there. And then I have to get checked out myself. I may need things done. Let's see. I need to go to bed, get some rest. I've been up since 5 in the... Oh my gosh. Paula, get some sleep. Go to bed. Thank you for being here. Go to bed. Um, no, we're painting the baby's nose. Because I have a reborn body in the head made out of the same thing for... Okay, gotcha. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. So, yeah, that's the one thing you just don't want to put all kinds of pressure on yourself and things happen. And especially like that cuddle head, I forgot all about it. And then now I can't quite get it done until the weather gets better and I can put the oven outside. So that's why I'm not taking customs no more because things happen. Have a good night, Paula. Thank you for being here. A little too much outside the nose there. This one's going to be a boy. That's blue veining. It's blue veining and blue undertones. So that's what we're doing right now, blue veining and undertones. And this is what I start off with, and then additional layers will add on to it. So it's layering it, layering it, layering it, layers by layers. And the color, it builds up into three-dimensional, very lifelike skin tones. So the more layers you have, the more lifelike. Especially in African Americans, like you have um, more and more layers to build up that really, really rich color. It's beautiful. Beautiful coloring. So hopefully this new tripod I'm getting, it's not a tripod, it's some overhead thing made for that. So hopefully that'll work out so that we can do overhead videos again without the camera dropping off of it like we did earlier. I'm sorry I dropped you guys earlier. Earlier before that, I dropped the phone, got dropped into the paint. Thank goodness the paint didn't get all over the lens of the camera and everything. You shouldn't be making such cheap stands because these phones are quite expensive. With a full-time job and this time consuming activity, it sounds like you're burning your candle at both ends. Yeah, I am. Plus, I got children and a grandbaby. I am. That's what I was like depressed about last month because I wanted to quit my job and do this full time. You know, I would love, I know so many people who get to stay home. I want to be a stay-at-home person again, but unfortunately, my bills don't allow me for it. And Reborn Dolls is not a guaranteed income. It is an income, but I want to be sure that I'm getting paid every week, you know, because my bills don't wait to be paid. So there's a lot of things that can happen when you're a reborn artist. And so kudos to those who do this for a full-time job and rely on this income to support your families. I just don't trust this type of income to support my family. Yeah, so now I don't sleep 8 hours no more. I sleep in increments, increments of 4 hours at a time. So I don't sleep anymore. I nap. So it's like I know somebody at work he's in his 60s and he works literally two full-time jobs. Unfortunately, that's how it is today. Not to sound gloomy, but that's how it is today's world. You have to literally work sometimes two, three jobs just to make ends meet, and just to make ends meet to work two jobs just to pay your. That's how crazy expensive things are nowadays. So now it's like both husband and wife need to work two jobs just to have a place to live. Not to sound gloomy or anything, but like yeah. So my husband works literally, he works a lot too. He works, thank goodness he gets a lot of overtime where he works. So it's kind of like a built-in job within his job, which is nice. Very nice. All right. All right, we're going to start working on the limbs. Look at those hands. I love those delicate little hands. That is a Adelaide by Samantha Gregory. I don't name the reborns I'm gonna sell. I have 5 reborns, 1 boy, 4 girls. Awesome. Thank you for sharing how many reborns you have. I understand the need for a steady income. Pity your art doesn't support you at this point because your work is really exceptional. Thank you. From what I've seen here this evening, thank you. Aw, thank you. Well, no, because there's a lot of times people backing out of the transaction or I've got scammed a couple of times where people um they make the payment, I send the doll, and then they um do a chargeback or whatever, and then I lose the doll and the money. So they keep the doll and the money. So there's been a couple of times that has happened, and my bills don't, I can't just call them up and say, listen, I got scammed. They're not going to wait for their money. They want their money. So it's too risky for me to think that this is a 100% guaranteed income. It's not. It is income. And sometimes, and another thing, you'll have your good months and your bad months. The good months where you're making a lot of money, then you expect to make that kind of money. Then it's kind of a emotional, it's an emotional roller coaster. Same with YouTube, because YouTube, I get paid here on YouTube as well. It's emotional roller coaster. I can imagine the people who get super chats and everything. And if they don't get super chats, like if they depend on super chats to live on and things like that, it's um, it's an emotional roller coaster to think that if you didn't get as many super chats or you didn't get as many views on YouTube, same with TikTok, that you're not going to get paid as good as money and you can't depend on a certain income. So that's why I treat reborning and YouTube as a blessing, as an extra blessing, whatever God wills for that, in my opinion. Whatever he wills. And then I do depend on my regular job. So I do expect to get paid a certain amount that I get paid every week or every 2 weeks. I wish it was every week. That would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be nice to get paid every week like I used to at my old job. But we get paid every 2 weeks. Most jobs are like that now. We get paid bi weekly. Thank you. I have to go to bed, but love your content. Bye. See you later. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it's probably the same here. Yeah, it's about 11:30 here. Feeling angry and hurt on your behalf. So much work and then to be robbed. Thank you. Well, that was a long time ago, but never again. That's why there are, that's why whenever, I sell my dolls, it's friends and family now, because that way you can't like take your money back because it's non-refundable. So the only time that um the only time that money is refunded or you don't have to pay is in the case of the situation where I forgot about somebody's cuddle head and it was a custom, which I'm working on now. I can't finish it until the weather gets nicer because the ovens have to go outside. I can't bake in the house anymore. But unfortunately, that's why I'm trying to find an air dry varnish that would be a dream come true if I can just use everything air dry and not worry about baking, you know, worry about what the weather is going to be like, because you depend on the weather to um, cure your varnishes. So in that case, I told her to don't worry about paying for it. You don't have to pay for it. So I'll probably wait it up for her and do a little extras for her. So, is my way of saying I am so sorry about this. That's why I'm not going to do customs anymore. I can't guarantee anything and I can forget about it. My husband at the time was being treated for cancer at the time I took that order, and I shouldn't have done that. So, all right, that's one hand. Thank you for the likes. We got 68 likes. Thank you so much. I am making hyper realistic dolls here in Switzerland. It is 5:31. Welcome, welcome from Switzerland. Welcome in, welcome in. So glad to have you. If you're just joining, I'm Jenlyn of Creative Newborns. Welcome to my channel. I've been a Reborn artist for 21 years now. We are doing veining in blue undertones on all the Reborns right now. And that's what I'm doing. I want to see. I don't know if I could see it in the camera. It's bothering me. The blue looks like it's going out onto the nose. That's bothering me. Well, I think the paints will probably just warm that up. Mistakes like that. You have to be very, very, very careful when painting with acrylic air dry paints. That's what I'm painting with. You have to be extremely careful because if you make a mistake, you cannot correct it. Genesis heat set paints or any other ones, I'm not sure about any other ones, but the heat set paints, you can in general correct your mistake, wipe it right off and correct your mistake. You can't do that with air dry. It's on there. And the funny thing is, because a lot of people are like, I don't trust air dry paints because it comes right off. Well, how does it come right off but when you're painting and you make a mistake, you can't take it off. So they do stick to your vinyl. They do. Once that minute has gone by, like it's too late. You, especially doing this with the blue undertones and the veining, it's hard to correct. But you can do it. If you make a mistake, you can always turn it into birthmarks or turn it or use different colors to warm it up. Or so in the case of Adelaide here, his nose is a little too blue on the nostrils, and that's bothering the heck out of me. That's why you got to keep your eyeballs on that vinyl at all time while painting. So that's why I'm not looking at the screen right now. I do apologize. But how did you get started with this art form? So I have discovered Reborn dolls in 2003 um, through Welcome Home Emily. I was looking up on eBay or on the internet. I was looking up where I can buy realistic newborn dolls. I love dolls. I love the newborn babies. I love how cute they are, newborns and preemies. So I was looking up where I can get realistic. Actually, I was looking for one of those Real Care dolls. I really always wanted one. There is a Reborn artist who makes Real Care dolls out of Reborn dolls, and I am determined to get one of her dolls one day. I almost bought one, but somebody beat me to it. So it's a reborn doll with one of those Real Care computers in it that the doll randomly cries, or you have to like take care of it like a real baby. Like it cries, and you have to figure out every time the baby cries, you have to figure out if it needs to be changed or fed or just held or burped. All kinds of different scenarios. And they used them for college and high schools. So this lady, she finds the computers and she puts them in reborns. And I remember mentioning that about a couple months ago, how I want to find this person, and I found her. Her nursery name, I'm trying to think of her nursery name. Oh, I can't remember. Why can't I remember? But anyways, um, hopefully I'll be able to purchase one of her creations. She paints with all air dry as well, including the varnishing, so I'm very hopeful about that. So I'm in the process of trying different air dry varnishes and different mediums and things like that to instead of I want to get away from the heat set stuff because it's just making me more and more sick. Okay, so that's that hand. Well, let me get a little more blue on that. Oh, so anyways, continuing on with my story. So I found Welcome Home Emily, found Ashton Drake Galleries. I was like, I'm so in love with this. I was like, I have got to have this. So it was gifted to me for a birthday and Christmas present. And so when I got the doll in the mail, she was cute, but her hair was ugly. She had some ugly paint, not painted on. It was glued on hair, and it looked like something from Charlie Brown, where the hair was like all the way from front to back, one piece, one strand each. It was horrible. And so it was suggested that I send the doll back. And I said, no, it was a gift and I want to keep it, you know. And I said to myself, there's something I can do with this doll because technically I was a reborn artist before reborning came out. It's just that it wasn't known yet. I've made several dolls. I've actually would put patches of hair or like on like dolls before. I used to put different parts on different dolls as far like different limbs like I do now, mixed reborns. So I would switch out the bodies and stuff like that. I even made a puppet baby when I was 10 years old. So anyways, I was like, well, surely I can do something with this doll. I'll just hang on to her. So I looked up the reviews on Welcome Home Emily and see what everybody else thought. And there was a reborn version of her. And I'm like, reborn, Welcome Home Emily, what's that? You know, I fell in love instantly. I'm like, I've got to know this. I got to know what this is and how this person did this. I have to find out. So I Googled it some more and found the world of Reborn dolls. Back in the day, reborning, there was no doll kits, so everybody was reborning the Behringer dolls, the City Toy dolls, the Ashton Drake Gallery dolls, and Paradise Galleries. And so that's what we used back then. They were like store-bought dolls. They were lifelike dolls that, you know, children would play with, and we would take them dolls and we would remove the factory paint, and we would sand down the molded hairline or the hair on top of the head, and we would basically make it just like a blank kit like we have today. So hence the name reborning, meaning rebirth, like reborn, redone. So that's what reborning means. Um, so I was like, I have to do this, so I reborned Emily. I still have her. I still have that Emily to this day. I cherish her. She's my first. She was gifted to me, so I always cherish the gifts that I get. And um, and I reborned her, and so she was my trial baby. She went through a lot. She was started with stencil cream paints. I used that. That's what we used to use back in the day, was stencil cream paints. And then when Genesis, well, then we used artist oil. So then that became popular, was artist oils. And then I painted her with some artist oils over the stencil cream paint. And then Genesis came out. And guess what I did? Can you guess? You are correct. I painted her as well with the Genesis. She's got 3 types of paints on her. And so, yeah, and I didn't want to put her in the oven, my home oven, so I bought one of those heat set guns. You can buy a heat gun to cure the paint. And poor Emily, she looks like she's been through a war, a battle. She was like literally my practice baby, but she's still cute. She was the first ever doll that I ever rooted. And she came out amazingly cute, surprisingly, for being very pluggy. Her hair actually looks decent and don't look too bad. So that's how I got into reborning, and that was in 2003. And I discovered it in 03. Made my first reborn in 04, which is Welcome Home Emily. And then from there, I went on to making the Behringer babies. And I sold my first reborn in 2005 on eBay for a whopping $65. And it was a Behringer shy face, just like baby Jesus. So I used a shy face Behringer to reborn. And he came out really, really cute. And so he sold for $65. And then I started painting more Behringers and putting them on bids on eBay. And they were, you know, bidding higher and higher. And the most I sold a reborn for was like almost $2,000. So it was fun. It was fun watching the bids go up and everything. But unfortunately, the scamming started when it started with selling them. They would do chargebacks, because when you're selling on eBay, you cannot use friends and family, and therefore I got cheated out a lot on a lot of babies, and so it wasn't working out anymore. I did have like a website. I did have like a shopping cart. Back then it was free. But now you have to pay a lot of money for a shopping cart, and that's why I don't have shopping cart now. So a lot of people ask me about having a website. I don't sell enough to have a website. I would love to. I would. But unfortunately, I just don't have time to make as much reborns as I'd like to. You have 2 reborns? That's awesome. Okay, my beautiful friend, it's time for me to hit the sack. I am getting sleepy. Been up since 6, and this crocheting made me feel really relaxed. I'm sure it does. I like to get into crocheting again. Thank you, Maria, for being here, my friend. Call me later or tomorrow. Well, not later tonight, but tomorrow if you have time. Thank you for being here, my beautiful friend. Wonderful history. My heart goes out to poor Emily. Yeah, you'll meet Emily. I will do a live stream or a video on my first Reborn. I definitely will. It's been a busy weekend for everybody. Everybody's had a busy, busy weekend, I see. This weather, it's still pretty warm outside. It was like 70 degrees still. We just went outside. We went out to dinner. It's pretty warm out there. Yeah, once you see Emily, you'll be like, that poor baby. She looks like she's got burnt on her face, but she's got different paint. And it's like all kinds of different paints mixed up. That baby. But she actually looks pretty cute for having as much done as she had, for being like my practice first Reborn and all that. She was actually, I'm like, I'm going to make use of this baby. She came out pretty cute. I haven't held her in a while. We'll have to do a video where I'm holding her. She really is cuddly because she's got 1/4 limbs. I am making a Reborn. You are correct. You are correct. The other leg. So we're doing veining, vein work. So if you're just scrolling on in, thanks for joining my live stream. I am Jen Len of Creative Newborns. Welcome in. I've been making Reborns for 21 years. I've been in the hobby for 22 years. We are in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome, welcome in. Man, these things are so cheap. I yeah, we'll use a different one. We are in Cleveland, Ohio, and it was beautiful today. We were supposed to have storms this afternoon. I slept this afternoon, and I asked hubby, I go, were there any storms? And he said, no, they just passed us by. And I was like, oh man, I love listening to storms. It's not quite the same when like you listen to the storms on YouTube, like the relaxing storm, which I'm very grateful for, that they're coming out with relaxing videos of storms. But it's not the same as when one is really happening in your city, as long as they're safe. Love a good relaxing storm. What? You do too? You okay? Bubby's like, what about me, Mama? I know, baby. It'll be playtime soon. He's like, Mama, throw me the mouse. Oh, what happened there? Can I have one for free, please? We are doing a giveaway once we hit 100K subscribers. So it's a ways off, but we'll eventually get there. So make sure you're subscribed. We are doing a giveaway of a high-end Reborn. Be worth $800. But I can't just give one away. I would love to. I would love to be able to do that if I were filthy rich and didn't have to work and this was something I can do for fun and help people. I would definitely give these away for free. But you can see how much work goes into them. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury of being able to stay at home and do this full time or have, yeah, my bills are not going to say, go ahead and give them away. Don't make any money. Need to pay them or else I won't have a home. I won't have a car. $93 thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, if I get quiet, it means I am paying attention to what I am doing. Because when you're painting with air dry paints, that's when I'm painting with acrylic air dry paints. You have to keep your eyeballs on that vinyl at all times. Or else you can make a mistake and it's very impossible to fix with acrylics. With heat set paints, you can fix them pretty easily. You can just wipe it right off with some odorless thinner. I miss that part. That's the part of heat set painting I do miss. So you have to be quite skillful to paint with these types of paints here. You have to be you have to have your eyes, like I said, on your vinyl at all times. And really watch what you're doing. Because I think I made a boo-boo on his nose. But we'll correct it. I know you guys can't see it, but this is who I'm painting, Adelaide, right now. Groovy Grammy! Hello, hello, hello. I fell asleep early. That's fine. You're totally fine. You're totally fine. Did you make the head yet? If so, can I see it? Oh, yes. Yeah, we painted the veining on the head. Here's the head. And this is what we done. And the blue got a little bit outside the nose. And it's bothering the heck out of me. It is bothering the heck out of me. But we'll fix it. We'll fix it. We have to do a lot of warming layers on that part of the nose there. That's the first time that happened. You normally don't do that. Maybe I was just like doing too much at once. And we got the shading in the ears. We got inside this ear. You can see the veining. And then the back of the head. It's got some veining going on. So that's what the head looks like. He's going to be cute. He does look like a boy. I'm glad he does, because I need 3 boys and 4 girls. Hello, hello. Let's see. That's a baby. Yep, it's a baby leg. You are correct. What's the least expensive doll you have named and what? The least expensive doll sells like $425 for a simple, affordable Reborn. It is all air dry. No big baby. It's just simple layers. Like I said, I've told people for a small fee, I can just put a doll kit together for you for a small fee. Don't need to be painted. Some people do enjoy the doll kits just as the blank vinyl. I can do what's called extreme, simple, affordable Reborn extreme. That would be basically either putting the kit together or doing just a teeny bit of blushing on the baby and a hint of hair painting. That would be the cheapest, and that would be around maybe what, 2 something, 275, maybe 250, something like that. Because like I say, you get what you pay for. So It's like when like my car, I lease my cars, but before I pick a new car every 3 years, I can pick what car I want, and then if I want extras added to it because it's brand new. So that's the cool thing about leasing is that you get a brand new car every 3 years, and then because it's being factory made, you can have you can add things like heated steering wheel, heated seats, and things like that, but you have to pay more for it. So the more things you get, the more you add to your car, the more money it's going to be. Same thing with Reborns. The more features you add to them, the more money it's going to be. You love all the babies? That's awesome. Thank you. Welcome in, 114 people. Welcome in. I am Jen Lynn of Creative Newborns. Welcome. I am a hyper realistic reborn doll artist. I've been making reborns for 21 years now. We are in Cleveland, Ohio. It's getting windy now because now the cold front is coming in. It's supposed to be colder tomorrow. Welcome to my live stream. If you have any questions, I'll periodically be looking up at the screen. Like I said, that's why my eyeballs have to be on the vinyl. But yeah, I will periodically look up. If you have a question or if there's anything you would like to know, story time. If you like story time, let me know. We can do some stories of like, things I've experienced in my past about reborn dolls. Anything you'd like to know? Ask away, and then I can chat about it while I'm painting, while I'm keeping my eyeballs on the vinyl here. Because I think I made a boo-boo on his face and it's bothering me. I think that can be corrected. I have OCD about it. Hello, hello. I love all the babies. How did you get started doing this? So I did just explain it, but I'll tell it again in a very short story. So I got into it and I discovered Reborn Dolls in 2003. And I was gifted a Welcome Home Emily from Acid Drink Galleries. And long story short, the doll was nothing like it looked like in the ad. It looked awful. It had glued on, cheap, ugly red hair. It was just, ugh. So, I researched Welcome Home Emily. I wanted to know the reviews on this doll because she looked extremely realistic on the website on Ashton Drake Galleries. And so the reviews were the same, like they hated the hair. And then I ran across a picture of a reborn version of Welcome Home Emily. And I'm like, Reborn, what the heck is that? I got to know all about that. I have to know about it. And I said, there's my career right there. I knew instantly that was my path, my career path. Yes, I do work a full-time job, but this is my career, even though I don't get to do this as much as I would like to. Simply because, it's not a guaranteed thing, Now, if I was like under contract and I made so many dolls and got paid guaranteed, yes, I would do this full time as my job. So yeah, that's how I discovered it. I discovered Reborn Dolls in 2003. I made my first Reborn in 2004, which is Welcome Home Emily. And I sold my first Reborn on eBay in 2005. And then about a year after I started making Reborn dolls, we used to use what was called Behringer babies, Berzuskas, any doll that was sort of realistic looking that were like dolls for children. And we would strip all the factory paint off, sand down the molded hairlines. Then we would go back in and repaint them like this is like a blank kit. And then they would look really realistic because they were painted, they were rooted, and hair painting really wasn't a thing back then. So yeah, that's how reborning got started. There was a lady, I'm going to research that myself, H2O Babies. I wonder what happened to her. Supposedly she was the first ever reborn artist. And I think we're done veining this baby. Yeah, she was like the first ever Reborn artist, and she made water, like kind of like the water babies. His nose is blue. It's kind of bothering me. Um, so she would do like the water babies, and then she would repaint them and stuff like that. And I want to look up like what her work looked like and stuff. But yeah, that's how I got started. Been doing this for 21 years now. I've been doing this for a while. I started when I only had 2 children, and now I have 5 children and 1 grandbaby now. My children are all grown up. So yes, I do have real children. They're all grown up. I do have pets I take care of. I have birds. I have 1 cat. I have a grandson. So yes, I wish I can get work on these more than what I have time for. 102 likes. Thank you for that. I want a baby Jesus, but really looks like and feels like a real baby. Could you please tell me if you have any options for me? So, are you talking about the baby Jesus that I have? That is the shy faced. You could go to reborns.com. So I recommend, I am on the side of authentic reborns. So no, I'm not a reborn police. But I recommend authentics. I'm not going to hate on anybody who doesn't have authentics, but I recommend them. It supports the sculptors. The sculptors work very, very hard to bring us. Without the sculptors, we wouldn't have these dolls. There would be, no reborn dolls. Um, we would just have the Behringers. We just have the Behringer babies. So I do recommend, and you can get a cheaper Reborn, authentic Reborn. So reborns.com. There's a lot of people on there who do sell at a pretty decent price on there. So you just put in the price range that you're looking for, what you're looking for. You can describe what you're looking for, and it'll bring up a list of dolls that may meet the requirements that you are looking for. So I would love to be able to make these and just sell them off. That would be wonderful. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of time. These are for the Kansas Doll Show, and it's a fun thing to be able to sell at a doll show. It's not like a have to kind of thing, you know. It looks like your baby. You have a water baby? Awesome. I like the water babies. They're so neat. What time do you start broadcasting this channel? I want to be sure and return. So make sure when you hit subscribe, there is a bell. Hit the bell notification and hit all notifications. Make sure you are hitting all the notifications. I don't have a set time because of my schedule. I was supposed to go live last night, but my son had an emergency dental issue, and we had to take him to emergency dental place, and so we were there all night. So I couldn't make it on live. By the time I got home, I just went to sleep because I was up all day, and I'm not used to being. That's the thing. When I'm up all day, I feel really weird because I'm not used to being up all day. Oh, Mark is coming. Fetal alcohol syndrome. Don't drink and be pregnant. Oh, yeah. I was born with fetal alcohol syndrome myself. Yep, I was born with it. All right, we're going to work on Gracie May next. My aunt gave me one when I was little. I used to keep it in my mom's room. Found it was next to me now. Are you decent? I'm on live stream. Yes, you are. You're decent, but the camera's facing down.
Always decent.
You're decent. Mark, are you decent? Mark is joining us right now. What's up, Mark?
Get ready for the time change.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going forward. That's right. That's what everybody's going to bed, I noticed. All right, we're going to switch out to Gracie May. So say bye to Adelaide. Bye. We're switching to Gracie May now. Bye. What do you think of this nose? Does it look too blue? I got a little bit of blue on the outside, and it's bothering the heck out of me. Okay. We're switching to Gracie May now. I drank too much coffee. Can you dump this down? I don't want to drink anymore. This is making me nauseous. Dump this down the toilet or something. Or take it to the kitchen, both of them.
Well, I don't know if I got a pan.
Just when you go back downstairs, just take them both with you. Yeah, we're switching kits right now, so hang in there. We're switching to Gracie May. We're hanging Adelaide back on the wall. But you can see his veining here. Isn't he got beautiful veining? Can you have one for free? If you have $800, then you can have one.
Whatever you want.
Oh, yeah. Well, these take a lot to make.
What they do.
Yeah. Let's make... Okay, so these ones have been veined. These ones I worked on, so now we're working on this one. These are out. See, look, I even got their names up here. You see that? Check it out. They got their names up there. So I don't mix up their bodies. I like put the wrong body. Gracie May is next. We don't want to spill the paint. Gently, there's Gracie May. I'll show you her in just a second. This will be like the 5th Gracie May. Here is Gracie May. So this is Gracie May Awake. I gotta order the eyes for this yet. I don't do too many reborns with open-eyed. Excuse me. That's because I hate rooting them with open eyes, so I paint the eyelashes on and then do the 3-dimensional varnish on it, and it looks like it's real hair. But this is who we're working on now. And then I'll show you the limbs. If you hadn't seen Gracie May is a very popular sculpt. This one's the awake version. Check out these sprawled out hands. Aren't they adorable? So adorable. Adorbs. How much? Gracie May is probably going to be around $7.75 at the doll show. These are being sold at the Kansas doll show. Look at her, even with no eyeballs, she looks cute, doesn't she, Mark? You want to sit down? I got a chair for you. You want to sit? Here, let me bring.
I just came up to say hello.
You don't want to sit down?
Oh, I got to go to bed.
Oh, you're going to bed. Okay.
Because of the time change.
Okay. What time is it now?
It's midnight, but technically it's 1.
Technically, it's 1 a.m. because of the time change that's going to be happening. I forgot I didn't even know it was this weekend. Yeah. That means we're going to lose more daylight in the morning. That stinks. We're going to be driving home from work in the dark again. We'll be in the dark. Let's see. Who asked for a free doll after seeing the amount of work that is put into these dolls? I know, right? Thank you, Jennifer, for that. Thank you. All right, hugs to you.
Good night. Good night, people.
Mark says good night. Oh, good night.
Good night.
I know, that's why everybody's going to bed, because they know it's the time change.
Yeah.
Kiss.
I know.
Thank you for dumping my coffee.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Love you. Take your boy with you. Take your son with you. Go with daddy. Go with daddy. He's like, okay. Thank you. All right. Yeah, go ahead, shut the door so you don't come back in. I feel bad kicking the cat out. He's going with his daddy. Mark's going to bed. Mark said good night to everybody, by the way. And that's why he's going to bed, because that's why everybody's going to bed. The time change. I was like, why is everybody going to bed on me? It's okay. No, I totally get it. It's the time change. Yeah, the time change. Yep. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, did you hear us making out in the background there? Sorry. PDA. I'm being silly. I'm being dumb. All right, we're going to start off with the nose first. Let's do that. If you're just joining, I am Jen Lynn of Creative Newborns. Welcome to my live stream. We are streaming from the beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. I am a reborn artist of 21 years. So I started off as a reborn artist. I still am, but these are art dolls because they're not actual. They're not being reborn. They're just being painted. But yeah, we've been spoiled with these beautiful, beautiful kits. And if it wasn't for our sculptors, that's why I say support our sculptors. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't have these beautiful kits. I may one day become a sculptor. I am taking a sculpting class Marita Winters is having at the Kansas Doll Show. If it's something that, Lord willing, if it's something that triggers, like is something that I'm good at, or it leads to other good things like me being a sculptor of doll kits, I definitely don't want my kits stolen. So I'm really going to have to find out really what you need to do for that. To not get your kits stolen, because there's so much information out there. There's arguments back and forth about intellectual property and all that stuff, and I honestly don't know. So I definitely, my heart would hurt so bad if somebody stole my sculpt and started reproducing them into the knockoff dolls. So that's just my point of view. I am not the reborn police. Um, so if you have a knockoff doll, I'm not going to hate on anybody for that. But I just recommend them. I just recommend supporting our sculptors who takes them sometimes even years to even sculpt a doll, you know? I mean, that's a lot of talent there, and it's kind of like a spit in the face to get them, you know, people buying them. A lot of people don't even know, so I don't really blame people for buying them because a lot of people don't know. It's just these factories that are greedy and they're making all these knockoffs, and so yeah, there's my rant about that. But no, I'm not the reborn police, and I will never hate on anybody for having a knockoff. That's why reborns.com, it's all authentic, and they do have cheaper options there. They have budget friendly babies. I definitely will have budget friendly babies myself because I do understand how expensive things are. So I would love to have everybody in um, all budgets to be able to have a reborn doll. So to have an authentic reborn doll at a budget friendly price. So I will be making, they're called budget babies too. Some people call them budget babies. Some people like me, I call mine simple, affordable reborns. So I do plan to make some more. So we're going to start off with the ears. I'm going to start off. I will never kick anybody out of anywhere for having them, you know. So I think that does go a little too far when you get to be like, well, you're a thief and blah blah blah, and you know, I really don't blame people sometimes, but I try to I steer people in the authentic direction, and there's ways we can, you know, I would like to help out with that. I would like to have people be able to own authentic reborns, and I would like to make more of the simple affordable reborns so that people can get one. uh, Thank you. I didn't know time changes. I know, right? Hello, Amber. How are you doing? Parker, hello, hello. Yeah, I didn't know about it this weekend either until Mark just told me. Well, he told me on the way home from the restaurant. And I was like, oh, shoot. Time change. We're going forward with the time. Your daughter has one? Yeah, I know a lot of people do buy them for their kids. So I understand. I do understand, but yeah. I do recommend the authentics, but if you don't have one, I'm not gonna say get out of my channel. I'm not gonna hate on anybody. I no longer sell at the Ohio Doll Show because everybody sells the knockoffs there. So everybody wants the knockoffs, and when they see my prices, they're like, "What?" So, but it was fun while it lasted at the Northern Ohio Doll Show because at first, for a while there, um, the owners wanted more people to come in, the more reborn artists to come in with the reborn dolls. And then it got flooded with all the knockoff babies. It's basically an antique doll show, antique dolls and teddies. So it's not like they know anything about reborns. They really don't. So people were selling knockoff dolls there. And then when I had a table, they thought, you know, wait, isn't it an Amazon doll or an AliExpress doll? So that didn't work out. It was fun though. It's at least it's cheaper to sell there. Like I sold a couple dolls there. A couple people do realize of the authentic dolls, but most of them are there for so it's not really geared for reborns. So I just go there myself for the antique creepy dolls. That's why I love the antique creepy dolls. Thank you for the pink hearts. They're so adorable. Hello, all. My daughter loves the Dallas. Is that like the name of a doll? Welcome to my channel. It's relaxation time. So I can't wait to get my overhead. So I may go live tomorrow as well to try out my new overhead camera holder. Let's hope it's not cheap. I like as far as like cheap material. The one I wanted is like $300. I can't find it anywhere. So, like I said, you get what you pay for. So, if I find it, I may buy it in the future. I was doing a lot of researching this afternoon before I purchased a new camera stand, overhead camera stand. There's a bunch of options out there. This one I got was a good idea, but the darn thing where it holds your phone, it doesn't screw on tightly, and therefore it just drops your phone. Cheap. Thank you for the hearts. I love hearts. They're so pretty. Thank you. What are the makeup brushes are you using? So I'm using their disposable eyeliner. You can get these on Amazon. They're good for all kinds of painting. So they look like this. So you get these, are pretty affordable on Amazon. And then I use the other eyeliner brush. This is another eyeliner type applicator. These are all throwaway ones. These are all disposable. So that's what I like about them. And then and then you buy cheap paintbrushes. I don't know where I put them. I just bought a whole slew of cheap paintbrushes as well. I need to get those out. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you so much. Let me get those out because I'm going to need those. Look at her veining so far. Put them somewhere. Oh, I think I put them up here. I need those. Thank you for reminding me. Now where I put them, now tell me, where did I put them? There they are. These are only like $9 just for this here. So these are on Amazon as well. All right. Trying to think if I need one for veining. Veining, basically, I'm going to need it for creasing, that's for sure. So I'm going to put these out because I'm going to need creasing is going to be the next thing. So I'm just going to use this right now for the veining. How much is one? So they range from $425 all the way up to $1,500, average being $775 to $800. I still have a bump on my head from yesterday. Oh my goodness, Grammy, Groovy Grammy, take it easy. I only seen the top back when I first joined. I love your channel. Thank you, Amber. Thank you for loving my channel. I appreciate that. I was going to read your comment, but somebody just, they deleted their message. If you have a question, yeah, keep asking. If I miss it, I'm just focusing on painting here. And then I'll be looking up at chats. Because this part right here, you can mess it up. And if you do, and that paint don't come off, you're stuck with it. That's why it's a good skill to learn to make use out of your mistakes. Little accidents, as Bob Ross would say. She is going to be a cutie pie. Oh, I can't wait till I get her eyes. I got to find the perfect glass eyes for her. She'll be probably a little more costly because she is open-eyed. We'll see. I try to keep them below, like I kind of see where prices are, what other artists are charging, and then I charge right below that. I charge less than that. I would love to be a prototype artist and charge, they go for $3,000 now. A lot of people would say that's crazy, but it's worth it. Their work is that good. So eventually I'll end up with a prototype doll. I've done 3 prototypes, I believe, in my years of being a Reborn artist, and I was very honored. But prototype work is not for me. It's too stressful. And then you get a time limit. And so I just don't have the time. And it's a little stressful because your work is being advertised on how the doll you know, could look reborn. That's what the prototypes are for. You're welcome. I like your writing there. I like your font that you're using. That's pretty cool. You're subscribed. Thank you. Beautiful font. How do you do that? That's pretty cool. Hello, hello. 125 likes. Thank you for that. If you're just joining, I am Jen Lynn of Creative Newborns. I am painting a hyper realistic reborn doll for the Kansas Doll Show. We are in Cleveland, Ohio. We're doing veining and blue undertones right now. So the most crucial part is placing the veins. This is the part where when you're doing the veining, it matters most when it's on the forehead and sides, because that's what's going to be showing throughout the other layers of paint. So the face is very important. I try to start at the back of the head in case I make a mistake. So this is what it looks like. Don't let it sit any longer on your vinyl because it will dry as a water spot and you cannot correct that. Painting with acrylic air dry paints, that's what I paint with as well, in case anybody's wondering. Very tricky. You have to really know what you're doing. It takes some skill and it takes practice. But heat set paints, you can take your thinner, dip your sponge in your thinner and wipe it right off. This, you can't quite do it. You have to use, if you're lucky enough, the toothpick will get rid of most of the paint, whatever you're trying to remove. So try to get it right the first time. But if you make a mistake, like I made a mistake on Adelaide, you can go over it with other paint and make it into something else. I've made plenty of birthmarks that weren't really meant to be there, but you can make your mistakes into birthmarks. I paint with Gemini, but want to try air dry. When I put air dry on the kit, it just beat it off. How do you prep the kit before painting? So I just wash the kit. And then I technically don't need to put a primer on, technically. I just brush it. I brush it into the vinyl. It goes into the vinyl. But here's the secret. I'll tell you my secret. To keep it from beading, use this airbrush medium. I will tell you, the more you use this, the more it's very tacky and it's shiny. So be aware of that. Try to use other mediums in between or paint in between when using this. It's like a whole balance. This stuff works well. It is called Color Pouring Medium Matte. This stuff works very well. It is for pouring acrylic paints, but I found it very useful for using it for mixing it in with the colors. So this here will keep your paint from beading, but even if your paint beads on the vinyl when you're doing like the veining process, you still can do the veining. You can make it go right. It goes right into the vinyl. You just have to pick up the beaded paint with your cosmetic, with your eyeliner thing here or your Q-tip, and it goes and just rub it into the vinyl. Just draw it in. Just draw it in like this. But I do put the airbrush medium in because it does reduce the beading. Let's see, I'll show you. See that? It acts like Genesis. It does act more like Genesis when you put that airbrush medium in. Um, right now, I used the airbrush medium for ethnic painting. It paints just like Genesis. The only downside of that doll was extremely shiny and very tacky. So I spent lots and lots of time picking out fuzzies, hairs, and everything like that. And it's not 100% guarantee that you will get all the fuzzies out. But some fuzzies actually look like part of the baby's, like it's like little hairs and stuff that, babies do have little hairs coming out of their skin. So some of the fuzzies actually kind of blend in with it. But as long as it's not something extremely noticeable. But if you're painting with air dry, I highly recommend this, and you can get around the tackiness and the shininess by using it with other mediums as well. This stuff makes your paint act like Genesis. So I recommend for health reasons. For my health reasons, I have to use air dry paints. I cannot be baking and using thinners all the time. It gets me sick. You can see how that gets blended in. So I will be trying something new with the matte medium. So I'm going to mix that in with my base color that I usually do. My base color is usually the primer. So technically I use other paint as primer. You can just prime your kit with other paint. But I'm going to use that and pounce it in and do a priming with that, because I noticed that once you prime the paint will go on faster, and that's what I'm looking for, speed, to get it on, to be able to paint quicker, and instead of going over and over and over and over and over again. See that? And then you just take your eyeliner brush here, your applicator, and then just smooth it in. Smooth it right on in. Keep your eyeballs on that vinyl at all times. I can't stress that enough when painting with air dry, because you make a mistake, it is very difficult to correct. The vinyls do feel different. So, and the reason I want to try this as primer, that matte medium, well, actually these hands are not bad at all. Normally the hands are real shiny, like real glossy, shiny, and it's hard to get paint to stick on them. And people recommend varnishing. I even sometimes have a hard time, but eventually I get the paint to go on. But I'm going to try that matte medium. But actually this hand is not bad at all. Let me see if there's any on this feet, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, here's a little example with the foot here. Let me put you over here. Okay, here we go. Here's what I'm talking about. You see how shiny that is? There we go. See the shine on there? Sometimes, especially acrylic air dry paints, it's very hard to get it to stick on there. So it takes me a couple of layers of air dry to get it to go on. It just takes patience. It will go on. It just takes patience. But I want to try the matte medium mixed in with my base layer paint, and put it over this first and see how. I think it's going to work out good. And then once you get more and more layers on, then that acts like more of a primer, and then it's just easier from there. Like the more layers you get on, the more faster it'll stay on. Thank you for all those hearts and emojis. Those are so adorable. Okay, I'll give it a try again tomorrow, and then I get some medium matte. Yep, here, I'll show you what to get. If you're still here, let me show you in its original bottle. I like to be helped, because I know I've had lots of help from other Reborn artists. So I like to give back to the community that's helped me get this stuff right here. This stuff goes on very matte. It's not like shiny and glossy. So get this stuff. It's well worth it. My son bought this for me. I put it on my Amazon wish list, and my son got it for me for my birthday. So this and this, I even mix it. I'm experimenting with these two right now. So these two right now are like a game changer in acrylic air dry painting. So these are just experimental and I think it'll work, but I'm going to just throw caution to the wind and prime with this and see how well it goes because it goes on very matte. I have an example. I don't know what I did with my example arm there, but okay. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, I'd like to give back to the community that's helped me. I've learned a lot of people, and I'm thankful for artists that goes. The lady that does go on, she doesn't read any of her comments. She just paints. She doesn't read any comments or anything. And I've got so many questions for her because she paints with both air dry and heat set. And I'd love to pick her brains. She's been reborning. I think she's only been reborning for a couple of years, but she's actually pretty good. I love asking questions to other artists, but she doesn't look at her comments. So, but I like to try to help people when I can. Let's see. I'm barely doing the same with glue, paint, and making a doll. Hey Jen, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, you're on the veining process as well. That's awesome. I learned another way to learn is from other artists that do other type of art like canvas painting or figurine like miniatures, the miniature painting. I've learned a lot from them as well too. What's happening, Jen? Okay, I think I got everything in my cart now. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Good luck to you. Come back and let me know how it goes, okay? It's all experimental with it right now, but I'm going to throw caution to the wind and use that color matte medium. It says medium, so it's fair game. It's meant to pour. It's meant to do paint pours where you put it in your paint and it makes it so that it pours real nice and everything and it dries matte. So it's made for that type of like spin art type thing. I originally got it for the spin art and I was going to do more of the spin art content, but I don't know. I just wanted to try it, but it's such a mess. So that's what I got it for, but I decided I would just try it and I loved it. So thank God I tried it. I tried the other pouring medium and it didn't work out as well. No, I'm not in China. Yeah, let us know. Let us know how it all works out. We want to know how you do with it. I can't get over how good you are. Thank you. No, I'm not in China. Um, I'm using you for learning. Uh, yeah, so if I could be of any help, there's so many people who've helped me. So I always think back upon the times where people have helped me. So I am forever grateful to Eborns for helping me. Although the oven situation didn't pan out, I did get the exact oven that she got, and it didn't work out for me. And then I found out that certain varnishes don't work with that type of oven, the halogen oven. So, but I did appreciate her time, taking the time out of her day to answer my question. She answered every single one of my questions, which I am so forever grateful for. So, if I can be of help to somebody else and pass along some knowledge there, it could be a game changer for you, you know. Just like the glass beads, somebody said use a baby bottle to pour them, into, your limbs, and it worked out. So somebody passed along that information to me, and I pass it along to everybody else. They say, hey, you could use this. You could use a baby bottle to put your glass beads in and pour it into the vinyl limbs or the head. It makes it easier instead of scooping it. A lot of different tools you can use. I can't wait to start sculpting myself. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I am actually really looking forward to that. Are you in Texas? Hello from Texas. Can you get a shout out? Hello, May Kid. Hello. I'm also making dolls now, new, so I'm using you for learning. Awesome. Is it hard to do? It's challenging at times. It's a learning process. Lots of learning. I've been doing this for 21 years and I'm still learning and I'll never stop learning. So that's the one thing is you'll never stop learning new techniques. I know a few artists who still use their same way of painting. They don't expand into doing something new. So just gets kind of old. They still reborn the old school way, which I mean, there's no problem with it, but you want to get more realism, you know? Can you get a free shout out? That'll cost you $10. No, just kidding, May. Hello, May. That's a pretty name. All right, I think her head is done. Maybe we can add a little more here. It's like a tree branch. How these veins work out. She's going to have some cool looking veins on her forehead. So I usually put a lot of veins on the forehead. Let's see. Oh, for awake babies, I use a piece of foam. I put it in the head and into the body like a stick, kind of to hold the head up. And then when they sit, just thought I'd share that trick with you. Thank you. What does the foam do? I'm not sure what that, why you use that piece of foam. I put it in the head and into the body like a stick, kind of to help hold the head up when they sit. Gotcha. Is that when you put the baby together? Thank you for that tip. Thank you for sharing with me. Um, when is the next live already? I don't know. Hopefully tomorrow because I'm getting my new stand. I'm getting my overhead stand in tomorrow, so I'll try it out and I'll do a live stream. It holds the head up so so it doesn't fall over. And yes, the baby is done. Oh, gotcha. Is it hold the baby in the oven? Like, I would love to know a way to be able to um, have the limbs be held up to where it'll bake on all sides and I don't have to do so much baking with it. I would love to know that trick. That would be a neat trick. But thank you for that. Thanks for sharing with me. I appreciate that so much. You never know what you're going to learn. You're going to learn something new. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm never sorry when I do live streams because, like, you know, somebody may come in and give me a piece of advice on something and it's totally a game changer. Just like when I was doing a labor and delivery video when I was assembling a doll, somebody said use a baby bottle for your glass beads and then cut the tip of the nipple and then it's like you pour it in that way. So I was like, that's helpful, and that's how I started doing that. pretty soon we're going to skip over to, when 2 o'clock hits, I think it'll go right to 3 a.m. So right now we're at quarter to 1. No, what does this say? Hang on, let me see what time if it skipped yet. It's 12:46. So I'm thinking when it hits 2 a.m., it'll go right to 3 a.m. I think. I'm so happy for you. I'm okay. Did you check out my play? I will have to. I definitely will. Should I play your playlist online? No, I don't live in Texas. I gotta play your playlist. I definitely will check it out, Jen, for sure. That's the only thing about AI. I know AI is scary, but man, if technology was used for good, you know how good it would be for everybody if technology was used for good. But the AI music actually is very helpful because you can't use copyright music on um, YouTube. Oh, there's funny ones. Oh, I'll have to listen to that. I used a pull needle, a poo noodle. Let's see, on my Liam because his head wouldn't stay up. Oh, okay. For the oven? Where do I live? I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. We are located in Cleveland. Pool noodle. I'm going to have to try that to keep the head up. Thank you for the tips. I appreciate that. I just want to know how I can keep the arms and legs up, sitting up, so I can bake them upright instead of them laying down on the towel and you have to flip them. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. And remember, especially if you're painting with acrylic, air dry paints, a little goes a long way. If it's not enough paint, you can always add more. But if you add too much, it's hard to take off. So remember that rule there. Rule of thumb, go little. You can always add more. Same thing, you know, when cutting hair, cut a little bit off. You can always cut more off. You can't grow it back. It will grow back, but it will take time to grow back. Just do little at a time. Oh, you don't make babies yet. It's fun to do. I love this. This is my relaxing time, so I don't consider this, it's work, but this is relaxing because I'm so into it. When you're really into something, a hobby, you know, you're really into it, it feels like play. To me this feels like playtime. So that's why I want to do this full time. I want playtime all the time, you know. So I would love playtime all the time, making these babies. It used to be that way. This was an income that supported me when I was a stay-at-home mom. So I was very blessed with having this. So I'm just putting in some blue undertones in like the middle of the face area, like the eyes. I'm going to do the oh, I didn't do the nose, the bridge of the nose, and it just kind of indicates thinner skin areas. And the other layers of paint that goes on this afterward, it really makes this veining pop. It makes it like stand out. So that's the fun thing to watch. The layers coming together and all the layers showing through each other. Hello from Arkansas. Hello, hello. I got all this stuff. I haven't gathered the courage yet. Got air dry paints. You could do it, Groovy. You could do it. You could do it. Just jump in and take your time. What kit did you did? Who are you starting off with? I recommend Bountiful Baby. Get either that, or you can get a cheap vinyl doll at the store or thrift store. I would get a brand new Behringer doll. You could get Behringer dolls for 20 bucks. These type of dolls, let me show you. They're good for practice. But Bountiful Babies do have, they do have cheap kits. Just get one that's for sale. They usually have them for like 20 bucks or 30 bucks. This is a Behringer baby. And so the only thing I stripped was the cheek color and the lip color. And then if I get time, I will start painting on this baby. The eyes need to be changed out. But the paint is left inside, so I'm going to work with the factory paint. I was inspired by LaDonna Briggs, who paints these, and she gives them away. She paints these type of dolls, and she gives them away to nursing homes and different places, hospitals, and so she donates them. She gets them at thrift stores, and that's another place where you can find these types of dolls is thrift stores, and you can clean them up real good and then strip the paint off of them. So this would be what's considered a true Reborn doll, where you're taking off all the factory paint. But in this case, she painted over this, and this actually looked pretty good when you paint over it. It's kind of like a shaded area that's already there for you. I think it's kind of neat to try to incorporate some of the factory paint in with it. So, and the fact that I am very extremely sensitive to chemicals like acetone. So acetone is a very strong chemical. So I'm just gonna go with it and do what LaDonna Briggs did, and she went with the hair, and it blended really nice. I love how she blended it. You would have never known that this was factory paint. So. Oh, you got practice limbs? Yes. Good for you. Good for you. I love painting Reborns too. I've been doing it for a little over a year and have been the best decision. That's awesome. Awesome. Do you cut dolls open? Down? Knew what you mean by that. But I did cut this one. I had to cut that one. I don't know what I did with the body. But I did some practice painting. I had to cut the doll on both sides to get the head off and get the limbs out. Yeah, so sometimes you do have to cut. It's a full body vinyl doll, and sometimes you have to cut the torso to get the head and limbs off. So that's what I had to do for this baby, but I'm using those vinyl pieces for practice pieces. Let's see. You made one for your daughter? That's awesome. Hi, Jen. It's been ages since I've been able to catch you on your lives. Welcome. Auntie Nenny's babies, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, how you been doing? Long time no see. Catch up on your lives, just coming up to 6 a.m. in the UK. Oh, 6 a.m. Well, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Is it Trump? It could be if you want it to be. We can put some orange hair on this baby. It could be. Don't look anything like Trump to me. I suppose you can make a reborn Trump. Somebody already has. I saw one at a doll show. It was a reborn version of a Trump, and they had the hair and everything. But yeah, I've got to get new eyes, and I would like to have this for the doll show. That would be nice. That would be nice. See, we had to cut the body apart to get the flange out of there. So to get it to go on a cloth body, this is the flange that the head was attached to, and it was attached to a body, and we had to cut that part off of there. So this is a very important part of your Behringer doll. And this is how we did it back in the day. This is what we had to do to make realistic dolls. So All right, let's continue on. Let's continue on. Yeah, I'll be up all night. We'll be here. So that's how original reborns are made. I've been making newborns for 4 years. 4 years. How awesome is that? That's really awesome. Whoever gets my Liam will be surprised when they find out slime green pool noodle, slim green pool noodle in him. I've opened up Reborn dolls before. I ain't gonna say who the artist is, but they use like pellet gun pellets, like BBs inside. You can like they're still pellet. I don't know if they're for pellet guns or not, but they look like BB gun BBs. It's a little bit freaky to me that they use like these steel pellets in them, and I'm like, nah. I'm like, no. That's why I waited really. It was like too heavy in an area, and that's where they put the steel pallets. I've opened up Behringer dolls before, the Euro Behringers, and found there was like disgust. I have no idea. It looks like old carpet. Old carpet. Like it looked up shredded up carpet. I don't know what they call it. It's that mat that goes under the carpet and it's like multicolor. It's like that sponge that goes under the carpeting. Something like that was in it. And there was like all the vinyl, shredded vinyl pieces. This is for weighting up dolls. And I like, that was like, a factory did this. It was it was gross. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what's in this doll. There's only one doll that I did not weight up or reweight, and that's Tiffany Bean because she's at a perfect weight. But I would love to know. I would love to know what is in her. Paint got so far that it splashed onto my sponge. I spilled paint earlier. My phone dropped into my paint. Hello, Tiffany. How are you doing? Best way to keep a toddler's head upright is as heavy and stiff and more in the chest. Yes. So I made one toddler in my career, and I just stuffed it. I just used more stuffing, and then then the toddler would sit up. Newborns, you don't have to so much. I weight their bodies much looser because they can't hold up their heads, so their heads are like floppy. So I weight them up in a specific way. I'll show you once we assemble some of these dolls. I'll do lots of labor and delivery. I know a lot of you love labor and delivery. It's been ages since we did a labor and delivery video, meaning we are birthing a reborn doll. I had a car crash 4 days ago, and I haven't made newborns in 4. I am so sorry, Amber. I hope you are okay. I'm so sorry to hear about that. I hope you feel better soon. That's never fun. I've only been in one accident that I remember, and it was the lady's fault because she was busy yelling at her kids and paying attention to yelling at her kids in the traffic. She bumped into me, and she crashed into me, and then I crashed into the person ahead of me, and they crashed into the next person. So It was a chain event, and everybody was crashed into, like a good 5 cars. That's how forceful she was going. If I had airbags, they would have gone off, but thankfully I didn't because my car was an older car. It was one of them Ford. Was it Ford? It's like a Ford Taurus. One of those cars back in the day where they had the automatic seatbelts. That's the type of car that I had, where the seatbelt would automatically belt you in. Now they use annoying alarms and sounds until you seatbelt yourself in. If you don't seatbelt yourself in, because the cars now detect weight, so now they detect weight, and the alarms will go off until you seatbelt yourself in. Sometimes my son forgets to belt himself in, and while we're like driving down, it'll wait a good minute before it starts alarming. And we're driving down the road, and suddenly the alarms go off. They're pretty loud. Some things about newer technology cars are really annoying to me. Not necessary, in my opinion. That's just my opinion on that. My car had a really good tumble. Oh my gosh. That's frightening. I am so sorry, Amber, about that. That is frightening. I tried taking weight out, but I didn't want to. I didn't want more stuffing. He was one stubborn boy. He was a stubborn boy. Stubborn baby. Hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome, 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 people. If you're new here to my channel, I am Jen Len. I am a Reborn artist. I've been doing it for 21 years now. We are in Cleveland, Ohio. It's going to get cooler. Welcome to my channel. If you have any questions about what the heck is this lady doing? Why is she painting blue on her doll? Well, we're doing the blue, we're doing the veining and the undertones. It may look kind of weird now, but trust the process. Once each layer goes on, then it'll look more and more realistic. That's how it is for hair painting. Never get discouraged about that. It seems so discouraging at first because all hair painting at first looks like cartoon. Don't get discouraged by that because the more layers you put on, the more realistic it is. So just remember that. Just keep going. I was in the hospital for 3 days. Oh, I believe it. Well, I hope you're okay, and I'll be praying for your continued recovery. That is very scary. I had a near fatal accident several years ago, and it haunted me. It still does haunt me. Because I would have died if that guy would have hit me. It would have been a T-bone crash. He would have killed me. A guy ran a red light, and I had the green light, and I started driving out from the street onto the main road, and I was getting out of work, and this guy was going 90 miles an hour. He was going so fast, my car literally, you can feel my car move to one side. You know, our car goes so quick, and they pass you by, and it feels like your car is being pulled. He was going literally 90. It was so fast. He would have killed me. And I was starting to drive out onto the road because I had the green light. This guy, it was red, and I had the green, and I started driving on out, making my left-hand turn. So I was turning left at the green light. And this guy come flying right through. The light was very red, and the side that I was on was very green, and that guy should have stopped. And if I would have gone any further, he would have crashed into me and I wouldn't be here today. So that's how much that haunted me. God was definitely watching me that day. Let me tell you, it's scary. And that definitely wouldn't have been my fault. Um, but I wouldn't be here today. That's how scary it is. Sometimes you don't think about that when you're driving, but just pray that the people that are driving around you are, the guy had to have been drunk to drive that fast. And this was like right in the middle of the afternoon. So I used to, at my old job, we used to get out at 4, well, they still do. Um, I get out at 4 o'clock. So this was like after 4 p.m. This guy is driving 90 miles an hour through a red light. Unless he was in a hurry to get somewhere, but he almost killed me. And that I will never forget. It haunts me till this day. Oh my gosh. No, I do not make silicone babies. Um, I wrecked my husband's car right after he paid it off. I tore it up all 4 doors without denting. Wait, all 4 doors without denting the door. I slid on ice on a bridge. Oh, that's so scary, Grammy. That is so scary. Yeah, just be careful in the winter time. That's when I really stress out, big time. Yes, always take off slow at green light. Yeah, now I do. Every green light now, yeah, every single green light that I am at, um, yeah. Even when I'm at a stop sign, you just never know. You never know. You just never know. So, yep, so that's what I've learned. I wait for a good couple seconds and make sure no one's coming before I go because once the light turned green, I just assumed that it was safe to go. And I had every right to assume that. And that guy just happened to be, oh my gosh. Yeah, good. That's a good rule of thumb. Wait a few seconds after that light turns green. Wait. That's a good rule there. All right, it is time for water and fan because hot flashes are real. And my freckled old arm. Not fan. Oh, I am so sorry. The other guy passed away. I am so sorry to hear that. Yeah. All right, I'm going to take a minute break here to cool down because I am hot. And my fan does not want to, hang on, work. Cheap fan. That's probably why they give you 2 of them. In case one of them doesn't work. You have to plug it in. I'm going to take a minute break here so I can cool off. Ah, really? Don't quit on me, fan. No, we need you. Let's see. I was in the middle of the bridge, sideways, and nobody even stopped. Oh my gosh. Yep, make sure everything is clear. Exactly. What a cheap fan this is. All right, we'll let that charge up. I think we got another one. My other one I left downstairs. Oh, his car was smashed. I'm sorry to hear about that. Oh. This one, if I can find the charger to this, I lost the charger. This one's a good one. My friend and I made for some. Oh, yes, definitely. I'll check that out. Definitely. I'll have to check that out when I get offline. I'm just cooling down. Hot flash. It's a real thing. And it's good for drying your paint too. So like, you know, when you want to dry your paint, you know, you can dry your paint real quickly. I'm just taking a fan break. I got my fans. See, I got fans. I got fans all around me. See, I'm popular. I have fans. This is my favorite fan, and I lost the charger to it. And unfortunately, it's a unique charger. All right. I think we're good now. We're good. And in the next couple minutes, I will be cold. Yeah, I'm praying for the family. Lost a loved one. Well, this one works. The doctor said I can't go to work for 5 days. Yeah, take it easy, Amber. All right, that's charging up. Let's continue charging this one up. I'm to find its. Yeah, make sure you get some rest. Sorry about my arms being in the way, but I gotta put this fan down. All right, let's continue. All right, we're cold off. We had a drink. We had a drink of water. You always gotta stop and take a drink. Get cooled down. I think my music is done. Jen, if you send me your link real quick, I'll play your music if you don't mind me playing it on live stream. Send me your link. Message me. Actually, wait a minute. I don't think I have that on my tablet. No, I wouldn't be able to play it because I can't access my messages on my tablet. Sorry, it's all on my phone. But I will play it next time. I'll have to, but send me your link. Send it to me again. Yeah, my tablet only has my YouTube. Unless it's on your YouTube. Because my music stops. My tablet decides it wants to stop periodically. For whatever reason, it wants to. Okay. Let's see. I'm not too menopause yet, but I've been hearing the estrogen patch works good. Have you tried? No, I'm willing to try anything that's natural though. I don't want to be on any kind of chemicals or drug. I'm just real weird about that. Oh, Amber. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. What are you seeing? You are seeing a vinyl art doll. I'm painting on Gracie May Awake. These are hyper realistic vinyl art dolls. This is Gracie May Awake, and we're doing the blue and veining undertones. So that's what we're doing, blue undertones and veining. I've heard somebody else talk about the estrogen patch. Yeah, trust me, you do not want hot flashes. This weekend they were really bad to the point where I want to seek help, but they're going to want to prescribe me all kinds of drugs that have side effects to your liver and all that, and I don't want that. Or put you on HRT. I don't want that either. Yeah, I hope you feel well, Amber. Take it easy, relax. I'm very honored that you're hanging out with me while you're recovering. My mom is having really bad symptoms too. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It was bad this weekend. It was funny because my son is not feeling well, and I mean, that's not funny, but like he was having like heat, like hot flashes himself. He was sweating, and then he'll get goosebumps and he'll freeze. He's not feeling good. He has a virus. I think he's got one of them viruses. So it is going around, whatever it is, the flu or the vid or whatever it is, he has it. So that's another reason and then he had an emergency. He just happened to have an emergency dental situation as well. So I feel really bad for him. He is not feeling too good. But I was having a hot flash alongside him today. He was really warm and sweating, and I got a hot flash, and then he starts sweating and it's uncontrollable. I don't get the night sweats anymore too much, so I'm very grateful now that I put it out in the universe. Watch, I'll get night sweats again. I don't have those too much anymore, thankfully. So I am very grateful that I do get adequate amount of rest but I can only sleep in 4-hour increments now because I'm so used to napping instead of just sleeping. So my days are broken up. When I get home from work, I only sleep a couple hours, and then I get up and do reborn work or housework or whatever, and then I go back to sleep by 3 p.m. for work. But I do want a regular schedule again. I don't know. But then you're home, you're able to be home and be with I'll be able to be with my daughters, my grandbabies during the day, so that's a plus. So there's always a negative. You always got to outweigh your positive and negatives to every situation. Don't take anything for it. I am getting used to it by now. Yeah. Hi from Florida, Flipper. Hello. Sunny Florida there. Um, she doesn't want to take meds either, my mom. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they kept it closed. Yeah. Don't take anything. I'm just getting used to it. Yeah, I'm getting used to it too. Oh, thank you. Let me see if did you send it to email or did you send it to Messenger? My daughter is a nurse practitioner. She said people are really sick, but they test negative for flu and COVID. Oh, really? I don't know. Something's going around. He's got a fever and he's got achy legs, so he's got something. I always call it the vid. He probably does. Or the flu. Whatever they put in the atmosphere these days, right? Look at these froggy legs. I totally love the froggy legs. Yeah, email that. I think I have access to my email. Email it to me. CreativeNewborns09 at gmail.com. Go ahead and email it to me and I can tune. I do have my email. I can't get into Messenger though. Um, they said his face was, oh. Hmm. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to bed now. See you next time. Thank you. Is it Kristen? Hopefully I said your name right. Thank you for being here. And you have a good night. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, we are skipping ahead. That's why people are getting a jump start and going to sleep. When we're done with Gracie May, I'm going to go ahead and get going too as well. I'm going to continue painting tonight, but I get done much faster. But although I enjoy chatting with you guys. Gotta keep on trucking. I only got 6 months. I say 5 months. Because after you get a doll complete, you got the photography part of it and everything else. So Good night, Kristen. Thank you. Yes. Hello to Bella Moon. Oh my goodness, Moon. Haven't seen you in a while. How you been, Moon? Long time no see. We're seeing some people we haven't seen in a while. Good to see you. Yeah, maybe we can do another doll. Well, I'll just have to work faster. I want to show you Sunny Delight. That one's going to be a boy as well. I think Sunny Delight is going to be a boy and he's going to be a blondie. So that's my hope. Lord willing. So that's why I gotta get cooking on these all, because you know creasing takes forever too, because next after this is creasing. Oh my goodness, creasing is gonna take quite a while, so I gotta get going on these veins. We gotta get the veining process done. Oh, what happened? I'm so sorry to hear that. I've been having night terrors for. Oh, I am so sorry, Moon. Oh my gosh. Oh, Amber, I'm sorry about the family blaming you. I'm sorry about that. Oh, I'll be praying for you. Those are no fun. I used to have those too. Night terrors, I used to have them too. I didn't like my Gracie May awake at first, but she's growing on me. Yeah, she looks cute the way she is. I think she's gonna look cute. I don't see too many people posting finished Gracie Mays since she came out. So I'm kind of wondering about that. Not many people, I don't see many people posting their finished Gracie Mays. I know the sleeping one is more popular. I wish somebody would make a peaky newborn version of a reborn. I have no idea why I love Laura Lee Eagles, don't get me wrong. I love her. She's wonderful. But I wish the eyes were more peaky, like they were closed more, like this. You see that? You see how that goes? I wish they were like this. Technically, if I warmed up the vinyl, I could push it together like that. But that would make the baby's face look kind of squished. But do you agree with me? Do you think that would look cute with eyes like that? You see how peaky that is? Isn't that cute? I would love to have peaky eyes like that. Nobody sculpts them like that. Why? Why? I wish somebody would. That would look so adorable instead of wide awake like that. Wonder if I could. I wonder if I can get away with heating up this vinyl and kind of doing this. But that would be cute. I love that. Okay, I think I got your message, Jen. I heard a beep on my tablet. Let's check it out. Thank you for the likes. Oh, you can't walk for a few days. Yeah, I'll be praying for you to walk soon. You'll post yours when you're done? Okay. I think we did get an email. Let's check it out. Yep, I got your email. Let's check it out. Because you have the same thing. Sono, there you are. Okay, who are we playing? Which songs? So there's this one. How many songs? You got a different playlist. Okay. Oh, wait, hold up. I somehow got off your page. Oh, there they are. I see them. Is this it?
Where the shadows dance, he hunted alone till he met by chance the queen of the elves with a radiant grace. Her touch sparked a fire in that sacred place.
Thank you. Ooh, let's dance. Yeah, I hope you feel better. Yeah. Cool music, loving it.
Purple hair with 3 tails of white, wolf ears that hear through the whispering night. 2 sets of ears, 1 elf and 1 wild.
Thanks, Jen, for sharing your music with us.
Stone child, her brother's the same, yet his hair's red flame. A spark in his soul with a warrior's name. Their eyes, 1 green, 1 purple, they gleam. A cosmic reflection, a shared living dream.
Good music there, Jen.
Of the asteroid, born of the night, purple and fire, they shine in the light. With heterochromia, green and purple eyes, bound by the stars where their destiny lies. Oh, twins of the wild with tails and ears, carrying magic through love and tears. From Wolf's brave heart and the queen's soft hand, a power was born.
Your daughter said hi. Tell your daughter I said hello back.
The asteroids glow. It flows through their
Hopefully I'm not keeping Mark awake.
2 souls
fine.
intertwined through joy and through pain.
Jen, I love it.
They run through the forest. They howl at the moon. Their spirits in sync like a celestial tune. With tails that sway and eyes that ignite. They're guardians of magic.
Hello, little one. This is my original characters. How awesome, Jen.
Twins of the asteroid,
Thanks for sharing with us, Jen. This is awesome.
purple and fire, they shine in the light. With heterochromia, green and purple eyes, bound by the stars where their destiny lies. Oh, twins of the wild with tails and ears, carrying magic through love and tears. From a fallen star to the forest
Let's
embrace.
see. Google. Not sure what you mean there. I am working on both awake and sleeping ones. Oh, both awake and sleeping Gracie May's. Awesome. My daughter said she loves you. Aw, tell your daughter I love her back. Love to your daughter back. Cool. Why is it cutting off? Hey, we don't want it cutting off. What's going on? Sono's been doing that. Hang on. Hey, I was listening to that. Why did it do that? No, I'm already logged in. What the what? Is that you, Jen?
Danish girl sweet stands like.
Oh, wait. Why did it do that? Was that one of your songs? Okay. Okay, is that a playlist?
Twins of the asteroid. From a star that fell through the midnight sky, an asteroid crashed where the wild wolves cry. A guardian wolf with a heart so bold touched the stone and its magic took hold.
Well, these are different people.
In the forest deep where the shadows dance, he hunted alone till he met by chance the queen.
Well, I have no idea why it's doing that, Jen. It's not playing anything else. What am I doing? What am I doing? How about this one?
He was a lonely wolf, she was a sly fox.
Is this your song too?
She seemed so kind. But a heart
It's telling me to sign in. I'm already signed into my Sono. I don't know why it's doing
expected his life to be this tough.
that. My son was in the car with me. And, I am so sorry. Gosh, Amber, I'm so sorry.
Be a shining star in a moonlit sky. If she
Okay,
is
we
meant
got
for
it.
me, I will be forever grateful.
I wanted to keep playing your playlist, but it stops at each song.
If she is meant for me, my first real love.
Jen, do you mind me downloading that to my playlist too, so I can play your
I'll
songs?
be so happy if she's meant for me. Underneath the silver moon, a wolf boy met a fox girl.
I like it.
Sparked a bloom.
If I can get your permission, I wanna add that to my YouTube playlist,
Souls connected no matter how far
and that way we can play your music too.
within his heart.
You could be my music. You could make me some more music.
She will be loved
It's worth paying. I did pay for the
star in my sky, together soaring oh so
the premium, which is well worth it. You get to make all kinds of songs.
I will be forever grateful. Her love is so beautiful.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Jen. I'm gonna put that on my YouTube playlist.
They embrace
Thank you for that.
use their love in place.
I like it.
Hand in paw, they danced and played. In each other's arms, they found their shade. You whispered vows amidst the trees, promises made with every
Wait, who
breeze.
is the actual Jenny getting confused?
They would pursue. If she's meant for me,
Hello, hello.
she will be
Oh, I'm talking to Astral Jen.
a shining star.
She's sharing her music with us, her Sono music.
Is meant for me. I will be forever grateful. Love, a gift so beautiful, cherished forever.
Thank you, Jen, for sharing with us.
A love so pure, a brand new star.
Yeah, Astral Jen.
In love he knew it to be true. But as the days turned into years, they faced their doubts, their darkest fears. Yet hand in paw, they stood the test. Their love was enduring, and they were blessed with every challenge that they braved. Their bond grew stronger, love and great. In each other's arms, they found their home. A love like theirs would always roam. He thanked the stars.
Yeah, I gotta get working on my YouTube playlist so we have more music, endless music.
They'd always be together forever, wild and free.
Because you know, some of our live streams are like 6 hours long. We're going on, we're in hour 3 of our live stream. Isn't that crazy how AI can write can just put your lyrics to a song? Isn't that crazy how that happens? Hopefully another song will play. Or do I gotta play one each one by one? Okay, here, let me play the next one. Making it. The next one would be this one. Is that you? I think that's you.
Born with a spark, a fire in my soul. My body moves differently, but my heart's always whole. Act till they cut in, try to
Okay,
fix
cool.
what they could. Another star later, I still fall where I stood. I'm growing older with scars and sparks, finding strength through the heavy dark. CP's my shadow, but I'm still near.
Nice. This one's is about me. Awesome.
Let my wife who saw me love my heart evermore. From day one, she held me through the pain and the fight. Her love's my anchor, my unending light. I'm growing older with scars and sparks, finding strength through the heavy dark. CP's my shadow, but I'm still me. Riding my
Yeah, my music, I don't write music, so I have AI write it. I just tell them what to write about. They're usually pretty good, but I keep trying to get the correct lyrics for the Kansas Doll Show, and they keep writing like weird stuff.
now moving's harder as the years take their toll. A lift to my chair keeps me rolling hard bold. With my wife by my side and my mom, I face every challenge with love as my guide. My heart's open wide, I roll through the world with my wheels and my pride. Need hands and a lift, but my spirit still flies. With the love and my spark, I reach for the sky. Growing older with scars and sparks, finding strength through the heavy dark. CP's my shadow, but I'm still me. Writing my story down to set free. Oh, I'm growing older and I'm learning to sing. The stars and sparks, oh, stars and
End up losing my bunny Janet. Oh, I'm so sorry about your bunny. Oh, I'm sorry, Moon.
here's to
Oh, Moon, I'm so sorry. It's so sad when we lose a furry friend or furry family. Oh,
I'm growing
I'm okay. I've got my challenges going on too. Other than that, I'm okay. Thank you for asking.
with scars and sparks free.
Let's see. Well, continued prayers for that family. Okay, next song. Oh,
Was a lonely wolf, she was a sly fox. He found her in the woods. She seemed so kind, with a heart full of love.
yeah, you played the next song.
Expected life to be this tough. If she is meant for me, she will be loved. She will be a shining star in a moonlit sky. If she is meant for me, I will be forever grateful. I will cherish the gift given forevermore. If she is meant for me, my first real love, I won't be able to.
I'm sorry, Salam. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but hello. I hope you're having a great day, Salam. Salem or Salam, sorry if I said your name wrong. I apologize.
In her eyes, he saw the stars, their souls connected no matter how far. He felt
I'm surprised with all the technology that, YouTube is not coming up with a translation for live streams. That would be nice. We get a lot of people speaking different languages, and unfortunately, we cannot read them or acknowledge what they're saying.
I will be forever grateful. Her love, a gift so beautiful.
You have to pick one because
Through the seasons, they
it'll play.
fade.
Oh, this sounds so cute. All right, Gracie May is done. Let's move on to Sunny Delight.
Every breeze to stand aside, you're strong and true. In love's embrace, they would
This is Gracie May. I'm going to show you the rest. I'm going to show you the other two dolls that I'm going to work on because I do need to get going. I need to get quicker. But let me show you Sunny Delight.
She is meant for me. I will be forever grateful. Her love, a gift
We got two more to do. I got two more dolls to do, but I'm going to quickly do them because I need to start creasing because creasing takes the longest. Sunny Delight by Marita Winters. This is going to be a blondie. This baby would make a great fairy baby. Like, if I knew how to sculpt, I could sculpt the ears like into fairies, you know? But this is going to be a blondie. This is going to be our blondie. This is Sunny Delight. This will be a boy. He's adorable. He looks like a little boy smiling. Isn't he cute? You're welcome. And it's okay. I ended up taking of bunnies 3 weeks later. I got okay. I move on the same week. My fur babies passed on Monday. Then Thursday I got okay, moved on. Yeah. When I thought Bubby was passing away, that devastated me. It hurt just about as bad as when I lost my mom, but we found out Bubby didn't have cancer. That's a long story I'll tell next time. So yeah. I think Salam said something about silicone. I don't make silicone babies, if that's what you're asking. No, I don't make silicone babies. Nope. Thank you, Salam. Hopefully I said your name right. Thank you for the cute little hands there. Alrighty, let me show you one last baby. I do gotta go. It is me time. I'm gonna continue on painting, but need some me time now. Here is, oh, look at this little one here. This is Laura Lee Eagles. This here is Little Prem. Little Prem, look at how cute Little Prem is. This is Little Prem's belly plate. By the way, some babies come with belly plates. So this is, of course, non-gendered. I prefer them that way. So I didn't prep this yet, but I will. That's what I gotta go do. Check this out. Look at that. So cute. I know there's no arms and legs, but that's the belly plate for Little Prem. I do know how to sculpt umbilical cords, so I'm gonna sculpt a scabbed umbilical cord for this to make it really realistic. So that's always fun to do. So Little Prem and this little guy. So this will be a girl, and this one's going to be a boy. So I'll have 3 boys and 4 girls. So if I don't get all of them done, it'll be 3 boys and 3 girls, or it'll be 3 girls and 2 boys. So hopefully we can get some done in time for the doll show. So with that, I do got to get going so I can work a little quicker and have me some me time and watch some of you guys on YouTube. Those of you who have YouTube channels, I love watching other Reborn content. So yeah. All right, so I'm going to get going. Thank you for joining me for 3 hours and 13 minutes. You could have been doing anything else. We ended off perfectly with Jen's music. Thank you, Jen, for sharing your music with us. I'm going to download that to my YouTube playlist, and we're going to have that as part of our playlist. So thank you again. Having an amazing day. Thank you, Moon. Moon, it'll get better, and I am so sorry for your bunny. I pray that you feel better soon. So thank you. Paint, paint, paint. Yeah, I got to get working quickly. It is currently now in Cleveland. It's 1:45, which means when it hits 2 o'clock, it'll be 3 a.m. So we're going from 2 to 3 a.m. So there won't be no 2 a.m. It's just going to go right to 3 a.m. So yeah. So fun. Yes, I'm going to download those to my YouTube. I'm going to go through your playlist, and I'm going to download some to my YouTube. So thank you, Jen, for sharing your music with us. Thank you. I love them. They're beautiful. I have a YouTube channel called Amber Lee Ann. So if you'd like me to view your YouTube channel or subscribe, go ahead and send me a link to your YouTube to Creative Newborns 09 at gmail.com. My email is in the description. Go ahead and email me your link, and I will subscribe to you on your YouTube. I would love to see your content. Okay, it's okay. I'm hoping to be on the next live stream soon. No, please don't be sorry, Moon. You're okay. It's okay. You're totally fine. thank you for being here. So I would love to hang out all night, but I do need to work a little faster. But yeah, I had 3 hours of fun with you guys. I love hanging out with you guys so much that I don't get any work done. So I love you guys so much for thank you again. I'm gonna work on Sunny Delight next. And so thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great Sunday. We should be here tomorrow because I will be trying out my new overhead camera holder. So hopefully, pray that works out because I've bought many of these things and they keep failing one after another. So I don't know why they don't make a good product for streaming live streams overhead. So hopefully we'll have a good overhead camera this time. So yeah, it was fun. Thank you. Yes, I had fun too. So many prayers go out to those who are in need. Happy birthday to those who have birthdays this month. So happy birthday to you. And yeah, thank you again for being here. It's been such a blessing hanging out with you for 3 hours and 16 minutes. So I love you. Have a great night. Hopefully, we'll see you in the next live stream, hopefully tomorrow. So love you guys. Happy